Morning, you guys. Morning. It is Thursday. December 27th. No, 26th. I see it, 27. 26. Happy Thursday. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. Happy Thursday. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing well. I hope you had an amazing Christmas. Gotta get this garbage out today. Guys, I talked to you guys on yesterday, but for some reason it did not save. And I watched, made sure it was recording. As a matter of fact, I was watching because I didn't want to talk too long. It was like 45-minute video. Reason being, I spent most of the day in bed yesterday. I really did. I was so tired for some reason. I was drained. I woke up. I went back to sleep. Woke up, went back to sleep. I don't know, I was drained. So yesterday I was in bed all day until late evening. I was like, okay, let me just at least say Merry Christmas and all of that. And I don't know what happened. Chuckle, man, come on, eat your food over there. I'm not giving you any tuna right now. You climbing all up on everything. Jesus. I was telling y'all about in between falling asleep. There's a couple of pictures that I watched. One was the Skeleton Crew, the 5th episode, and then I watched this picture where a program where this lady she found this little dog. I think it was in Asia or Korea or something, I don't know. But she found a little dog. I took chicken breast out. She found this little dog that was by a garbage dump, and he was just so tiny. He didn't have no furs. Just what little fur he had was like really matted, like it was just skin more so than anything. He looked like, and y'all know I put my shirt on backwards. I went to drop Miguel off. I realized it was going backwards, but I was like, I didn't feel like taking it back off. But yeah, my heart felt so down, so bad when I saw this dog. He looked just like a bat. He was all bone and skin. You know how pit bulls stand bow-legged? Well, that's how his front legs were. But he wasn't a pit bull. And his legs were real long. His hair was like this, and he was hunched over. And because I guess he had been like that for so long, his back legs was like bent. It was just weird. He just like a giant bat. And he was a tiny little dog. One second, y'all. Okay, he was a tiny little dog, and I just felt so bad. But she showed how she gained his trust, and she was feeding him a little bit, and eventually took him home, cleaned him up, put medication on his skin. That's the coffee pot deworming and stuff like that. She took him to the vet, and they said his body was not, he didn't have any diseases or anything like that. His teeth were actually quite healthy. They did have to do surgery on his legs. But it just showed you his transformation. And at the end, he looked like a totally different dog. Like, you couldn't believe that was the same dog that looked like a bat. And then I think I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, because it was auto playing, so another picture was on. I'm gonna talk to y'all and move at the same time because I don't have much time. It's 7:04, so I need to go and start my computer and restart it. So I figured I would talk to y'all while I make my coffee and do that. I was gonna try to straighten up a little bit in my living room, but I can do that on my break. They'll straighten up a little bit, but you know me, it's not like I want it. But I didn't ended up watching it. It came on, and it was this like African picture, and I usually don't watch those. Sometimes it's because of the accent, but most of the time it's because the acting is not the best. I'm just being honest. Excuse me, cat. The acting isn't the best at all, right? And because of that, did I not turn it? Okay. Because of that, it's hard for me to watch it. You know, just horrible acting. But for some reason, I went ahead and watched this one. I think it was because of when I looked up, it looked like it was just coming on with the title. Actually, what it was when, you know how if you don't do anything for a while, the TV will ask, are you still watching or whatever, you still there? And so that's what it was doing. And so the title that it was stuck on was it said homeless lady became rich but never forgot her best friend. I was like, okay. So I watched it, and it really wasn't bad at all. I don't know how I'm gonna do with these on y'all. I don't know. But so I watched it, and basically it came on with this rich African lady. This rich lady, she was getting out of her car and going to her front door to go into her home. And there was a young lady happened to be walking in that direction, saw that, and we saw too as the lady was getting out of her car, she went into her purse, I guess to get her phone, and money fell out of her purse. And so the young lady ran up to her and said, excuse me, ma'am. And she's like, what did you want? And she told her, she said, this is yours. And she says, no, that is not mine. What did you talking about? And she says, ma'am, when you got out of the car, she says, I was walking and I saw you get out of the car, and as you went in your bag to get your phone, you dropped the money out your purse, and I just wanted to give it to you. And she took it and she looked at it, she says, oh, thank you very much, thank you, that is very kind of you. And she looked at her, you know how she looked, she says, and the girl was walking away, and she says, excuse me. She says, here, I want to give you something, a reward, thank you. And she says, no, mom, it's not necessary. And she told her, she said, well, you did a good deed, it should not go without being rewarded. And she said, yeah, but if you do a good deed and you get rewarded for it, it becomes a service. The lady said, okay, I understand, okay, I will not pressure you. She said, and then the girl got ready to walk away again. She says, you seem pretty smart. Why are you like this? What is going on with you? And so she told her, you know, she got really quiet. She told her, I went to apply for a job, you know, for an interview. And the lady said, well, did you get the job? She said, no, they told her she was not qualified. She was not qualified enough for the job. And the lady was like, oh, she said, you know what? She said, she gave her her card. She said, you come to my job. You come tomorrow morning. I'll give you a job. You work for me. And she was like, Mom, really, Mom? Thank you, Mom. Oh my God, Mom, oh Mom, thank you, Mom. And she gave her card. She said, come early. She said, don't be late. She's like, okay. And so she did. She got there early. She was not late. But you move, cat. Jesus Christ. She wasn't late. She got there. Matter of fact, she was a bit early. And hold on. Yeah, my belly's so round. I feel like, I don't know, penguins look like him too. Which one? All of them. All the Batman penguins. Especially the one with Danny DeVito. I think it was Danny DeVito. Yeah. I gotta get my walls. I realized today I didn't see it. The kids got marshmallows smeared on the wall. Marshmallows can be like glue. So, she did go to the lady's job, Miss Patricia. And when she got there, the secretary was looking at her all strange and eyeing her down in disgust. And what do you want? Why are you here? And she told her, she says, well, I'm here to see Miss Patricia. She said, for what? No, you're not. She wouldn't even give the girl a chance to talk. She told her to get out, go wait outside somewhere. She was like, people like you don't belong in here, and ran her off. And the girl was like, but ma'am, she wouldn't give her a chance to talk, and she just was so humble, and she was shaking and jumping, and so she was running her up out of there. So she was leaving, but as she was hurrying out the door, Miss Patricia was walking in, and she says, where are you going? Where are you hurrying to? And she told her, she said, well, she was finna tell her, she told me to leave. And that's when the secretary was like, she was gonna wait outside. And that's when the boss was like, wait outside for what? She said, wait outside for what? Well, why did she have to wait outside? And then the secretary's like, I didn't know, Mom. I didn't know. And so, computer still restarted. I should have did it when I got up this morning, but it should be fine in time. Alright, I got up extra early. I took Lavelle. Stopped, got gas. Got myself a sandwich. Ooh. I'm feeling so nauseated right now, y'all. Oh, let me sit down. I gotta eat something. She told her she's gonna be working here, and you're gonna teach her this and show her that and how to use a computer and blah 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 blah. That girl made everything so hard for that homeless girl. She treated her like trash. She talked down to her. She wouldn't teach her nothing. And the girl never complained. She never told the boss, anything, until the boss gave her some work to do, and she couldn't do it. The boss was like, why, you don't want to work? She says, no. She says, I still don't know how to use the computer. And the boss was like, why? What have you been doing all this time? She says, well, she says, every time I go to, blah, 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 let's just say, she's too busy to teach me. She doesn't have time. And so the boss was like, okay, no worry. Call her in my office. So she did. And she asked her, she says, you haven't taught her how to use the computer yet? She says, well, ma'am, I've been busy. She said, what do you mean you've been busy? She said, what about your lunch break? There has to be some time in there where you could teach her something. She's like, well, honestly, ma'am, when I do have time, she doesn't, because you have told her to do something. And then when she has time, I don't, because you will have told me to do something. So the boss was like, okay, all right. So she ended up, let's see, 7:14. Guess I'll have to hold this story off till later. Computer like it's still restarting. Long story short, this girl made it very hard for this young lady. At some point, the boss made the homeless girl, that girl's boss. That really pissed her off, and her and her friend came up with an idea to get her out of there. And they stole money from the boss and made it look like she did it. The boss believed it, fired her, and everything. She was even living with the boss. The boss, followed her home one day and realized she was living out on the street. Took her in, got her clothes, all kind of stuff. But she fired her. She didn't give her a chance to say nothing. She couldn't even explain herself. Was even about to call the police on her. So she just quietly left. She tried to tell you that it wasn't her. She confronted the two girls outside of work. The boss saw them out there and they lied and said she's just trying to jump on us. Like, what's she gonna do with the two of y'all? So when the boss got ready to call the police, she just said okay, and she left. What she did with the money that she did save, that she had not sent back to her home, to her brother, the village, she went and she bought her she got her small little like shed, little shack. It was small, and she had a little mat on the floor. She had little cubicles, and she had got her little sewing machine, and she started altering dresses and things like that. And she made this lady a dress. More people was coming to her, and she was starting to make a little bit more and more money. And so one day they showed where she was, working on a dress, and she had another girl there with her. And the lady came in, a lady that she had previously did a dress for, and was like, "Hi, how are you?" And was so excited, and telling her how she had gone to this little fancy ball with all these rich and powerful people, and everybody was looking at her dress, and they were like, "Wow," like she was the sharpest one there. And they wanted to know where she get her dress from. So she says, "I gave them," she said, "I came to tell you, I gave them your number, your information." She says, "You're going to be making dresses and doing things for a lot of powerful people." And she was like, "Oh my God, thank you, Mom, thank you." She kept getting on her knees and bowing to people. And she's like, "Thank you." And sure enough, she went from rags to riches. And so she was driving down her car, driving in her car down the street one day, and she passed this lady in a wheelchair that was begging for money and crying. And she passed her, and then she backed back up. She said, "Wait a minute, that looks like Miss Patricia." And so she got out, she went to her, she said, "Excuse me, Mom, Miss Patricia?" And the lady looked up at her. She said, "Do you remember me?" And the lady looked at her. She says, "Matilda?" And she says, "Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Well, what is going on, Mom? Why are you here like this, Mom? You come with me, Mom. You tell me the whole story. You come to my house. You tell me the whole story." And she put her in the, helped her. She took her wheelchair, put her in the front seat of her car, put the wheel, folded up the wheelchair, put it in the back, took her to her house. And when they got in the house and was sitting on the couch, she says, "Mom, what is going on, Mom?" The lady said, "Before I say anything," she says, "let me apologize to you." She says, "Because I should have listened. I should have known that you wouldn't have done this to me." Basically, is what she was saying. She said, "I should have listened. Had I listened to you then, I wouldn't be in the situation I am in now." And she began to tell her how the woman did the same thing to her again and took all her money. And the client that money who she took, she had to pay that man back. And she had to sell her home, her car, all her possessions in order to pay that man back, to pay these people back. And now she homeless. Nobody would help her. The police, she did go to the police to tell them the story, so on and so forth. Eventually, they found the girl, and the girl stole the money for, the man that she stole the money for, turned out ran off with his ex-wife with the money. He used the money to get the ex-wife back and left her stranded somewhere. So she didn't have anything, and so the girl looked at her. She says, Mom, you are my family. Do you not remember what you done for me? Do you not remember I was where you are now? She was like, I'll take care of you. No worries. Never worry again. I'll take care of you. You come live with me. Just like she did her. You come live with me. It was beautiful. And I was like, look at this. Like, God is good. Some people are beautiful out here, and then there's some that are not. But it was such a beautiful story. I'm glad I stayed awake enough to watch it and didn't judge to the point where I just turned it like I normally would because of the accent, sort of pitiful acting. And so that was my night. That was my day yesterday. That was my Christmas. I slept. I was so tired. I'm tired now, to be honest with you, but a lot better than yesterday. My back was hurting yesterday, so I took medication. I just slept yesterday. Lavelle slept yesterday. He's sick. Jeremiah is sick. He's in there coughing and stuff now. I thought Lavelle was getting better. I thought Jeremiah was fine, but, we all in here together, so I guess I don't know. And then the kids were sick, so it only makes sense. It feels like I've been sick about 2 weeks. I said, well, yeah, you got to remember, if you were getting better, you had the kids, and they were sick, and you all in their face, and they in your face, so they probably still even more sick. But anyway, guys, I'm going to talk to you a little bit later. It's time to get to work. Pray for me. I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye now. Whew. Oh, my goodness, y'all. It is 9:16, and when I tell y'all it's busy today, it's busy. So much so that I had to cut my nails. I couldn't function. I was doing my best. I could have got a lot more done in the beginning had I just did this last night, but I thought I would be okay. I could not do anything right. Y'all, I had to hurry up and cut them because it just got so busy. Because we had yesterday off, so we have a lot of accounts to work and not enough people. So I'm trying to move quickly, but it's hard because of my nails, and I'm trying to get my desk situated properly, and I just can't. I don't know what I did last time, but everything was just fine. Because I changed chairs, y'all. Because this chair is more comfortable than that. The bar stool I was sitting on. The bar stool was perfect, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough proper support for my back for sitting, for a real long period of time. And I have been doing it for, I don't know, almost a year now, right? I think the problem is whatever's going on with my back, that wasn't helping. So I had to switch out for this chair. But this chair, because like I told y'all, the arms are too wide, so it won't go inside. It won't go up no further. And the seat is just too wide. So what I ended up doing last time was bringing my desk all the way up to the door so that I could sit comfortably without bumping, because that way is narrow. For some reason today that's not working. So I'm just trying to get it together where I can comfortably function. What I did was fine, but then the mouse wasn't in the right position. It wasn't laying on anything flat, I guess. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. But I don't know, y'all. I'm not complaining. I'd rather be busy than not. Help the day go by quicker. But even my glasses, I don't know, nothing's working. And so what's going on with my glasses is making my eyes sleepy. My eyes tired. But y'all, I'm just gonna do the best I can. Once I get these nails down, I can do even better, quicker, faster. I figured since I had to do this, I might as well talk to you guys while I'm doing it, and then run and get my water at the freezer, because I felt a little dehydrated. I don't know, he gets so infatuated by this. Yeah, I'll get my water out of the freezer and drink my water. Because, yeah, I do feel pretty dehydrated. Gotta get this weight off my gut though, for real. He wants to take it. Look at him. See, I had to cut him down, y'all. I had to use the scissors because it was quicker. But of course, I don't want to be scratching myself with the uneven, sharp edges, so. He said, let me do it, let me do it. You know. That reminds me, y'all, that baby, we went to the store and she was in the cart. I told her, you act up in the store, we leaving, and we'll leave out of here with nothing. You know, Lavelle said they used to always have problems with her in the store and all that. And putting on a scene, let her try with me. We leaving the hell up out the store. She will get nothing. She would go sit in the car, scream, holler, whatever she want. And sure enough, for a moment, she got to complaining. She's sitting in the buggy. The middle child went to touch the toy that she was getting. And she was, no, it's mine. I said, listen, here, little girl. I'm not playing with you. And then she looked at her daddy like he gonna save her, gonna protect her. No, both of y'all will go to the car. Like, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not doing it. I was like, shut your mouth now, or both of y'all can go to the car. We're not doing this. All that child did was touch the little toy, and you acting crazy like this, and she gonna go. She got one more time to, and I'm gonna right back, right? Like this little girl. I told Lavelle, I said, boy, you just don't know. Back in my day, I'm telling you, every time, I guarantee you, she would not do half of what she's doing. Because the way we was brought up, I would be swallowing blood and teeth. Okay, at least one tooth. Ain't no way. And for damn, show some blood, right? Because there's no way I'm finna do what she's doing and not get hit in my mouth, right? Knocked in my mouth. Like, are you kidding me? No way. No way. My grandma would not put up with it. My mom would not put up with it. My dad would not put up with it. We'd already been left the store. My dad and mom used to tell us before we got in the store, act a fool if you want to. It was more so my dad than anything. Walk behind me, not on the side of me, not in the front of me. You don't know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And I'm in charge. At ease and all this shit. Come on. This cat didn't got a hold of my... Look, cat. Not for you. Man, like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And again, the times are different now than then. Understood. And you want to try to do, things as differently as possible. But some kids, they don't understand that. You can talk to them as nicely and as pleasant as possible. They don't understand that. They don't understand that. Like, if I'm talking to this girl just a sweet, now, Grandma, I want you to, she'll understand that. But then as soon as you raise your voice, it's like, oh, now you want to listen. And even then, it's only enough to tell me what you want to do. Keep telling y'all. I know I be joking a lot, but even in that, you will not do what you want. You're not gonna run me. I don't care. I mean, everybody else in the world, they can do. Well, they worried about them if you want to. They can come get them. They can come get them. Ain't nobody is gonna put up with no child in their household running their house and trying to tell them what to do and hissing and scratching and hitting and telling them no. Well, where? No. Please tell me where, because they can go there. And I guarantee you, wherever that is, somewhere along down the line, that same kid ended up killing their mom or dad or somebody else, because there was no structure, there was no control, there was no fear. And not fear in the sense that you're being abused, but like fear of God. I love God, and I know God loves me, but I fear doing wrong and being punished for it. God getting on me about it. Like, that type of fear. It's like, no. What part of you cannot do? Act right. And again, children, yes, our children, they're going to. This cat. Fuck. Oh, God, I only got a few more minutes before my break is over. I open my bedroom door. Look, y'all, he done been in the garbage can. Look. Then knock the garbage over. Why? Because Lavelle probably put some chicken. Yep, look, there go. I just stepped on the chicken bone. See that? Lavelle must have been eating chicken and put it in the garbage. And, Chopper, I'm going to hit you in your head. He's not really eating all his food because I done messed around and gave him a can of tuna. So that's all he wants is the tuna. He don't want to eat his food. He's eating a little if he has to, but he wants tuna. And plus, I think the food that I got is, again, one of the ones that he don't move now. He don't care for. But I'm not giving him. I got one can of tuna left. He's jumping all on my back. I'll give him some of it shortly. Like on my lunch break, I got to get that food ready, prepped. But I need to clean this up really quick. This cat, y'all, look at my gut. Oh, God. Hit him in his head. Next time I go out, or whoever go out, I'll have him take the garbage out. And we'll take this out, too. Of course, I gotta get some more garbage bags. Got one left. I got up this morning. Y'all know me. I was cleaning the bathroom, my room, kitchen. Just was cleaning. Anyway, my break is over. I'll talk to y'all later. Gotta get going. Bye now.